Today is weekly check-in day. Do you want to see how much we spent this week? Stay tuned to find out. Hello everybody, Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307, here with you for our weekly check-in for our third week in October. Now, we did not do a weekly check-in for the first week because I had just gotten paid and October just started. So let's go ahead and see where we're at. We have got Georgette keeping us company along with our friend. I don't know his name, you guys. What do you think his name should be? Everybody put down below what you guys think our little fall gnome should be. He is not going to be here all of the time, of course, like Georgette, but let me know. Fred Jr. is taking a nap, so he couldn't be bothered to join us today. You know how those succulents are. They're so testy. Here is our October calendar. Let's see if we can get you into view. I think our gnome is going to have to sit on top of Fred Jr. there. And let's move this stuff back. We don't actually need our binders for this video. I am drinking a delicious Fresca. It always reminds me of my grandma because, as I said in previous videos, she always had Fresca. So we are checking in this week for the 11th through the 17th. We did really good. It could be because I was homesick most of the week. But hey, you gotta take the wins when you can get them, right? So let me grab out our no spend stickers. Let's start off with that because I did already double check and make sure all of our spending was listed. So we are starting out with the 11th. We already put a no spend on there. We did that our last video. On Tuesday, I did head to the store. We needed some milk, so I spent some money there, so we can't do a no spend there. On Wednesday the 13th, we did not spend any money, and that is because this right here is a bill. On Thursday, we had a no spend, and then on the 14th, I had to run to this bank because it was my husband's payday and get his cash for his cash stuffing, which most of you guys probably already saw. I stopped by the thrift store. I did spend a little bit of money there. I spent that out of my allowance, so that's not a no spend day. And then the 16th, we went out of town to a friend's house, and I needed some gas in my car, so we got gas. And then on the way back, we also stopped, and my husband and I ate dinner out. So we did have spending there. Today is the 17th, or the next day is the 17th, and no spending on Sunday. So not sure if there's going to be any spending on the 18th, so we won't put that down yet. So let's see how many no spends we have so far. Remember, we have a goal of 20 no spends. I just wrote my goals right over here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's the 17th. So we could definitely get our no spends in if we don't go crazy on spending. So let's go ahead and grab out our weekly check-in. Let me go ahead and we're just going to take this on out to make our life a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys on in. Let's go ahead and start tracking. So today's date, we're doing our check-in, is the 18th. So let's go ahead and put 10, 18, 21. And the categories that we have food / stockpile. We have my car. Then we have my spending money or my allowance. Then we also have my pay it forward. We have home and miscellaneous and fun. And then we have unbudgeted. So we're starting out on Monday. Now we do have some Saveopoly spendings here. We did put no spend because we don't consider a savings challenge spending. So we did take some money out of some envelopes. So we took $4 out of food, $4 out of home, and $25 out of miscellaneous and fun to cover our Saveopoly. Then we have Ridley's spending, which is grocery spending on the 12th. And then as we roll through here, we have that thrift store and we have these two expenditures here. Let me grab my wallet so that we can go ahead and get my cash dividers out. And I have some envelopes in here as well. And these are from Katie Budgets. And I don't know if you guys have watched Katie Budgets lately, but she is doing amazing. And Katie, I just wanted to give you a quick shout out for how well your Etsy and your Instagram are going. I just saw that you had 1,000 Instagram followers and you're almost at 2,000 on YouTube. So good job, girl. Let's go ahead and start out with our food. and make sure that what we say we have is what we have. We're going to grab our on-the-go food and our food. So I had already wrote the starting balance right here because we transferred $13 last week and I didn't want it to be confusing. So we started out with $450 in food. Now we only carry $150 a week. So let's see what we've got left out of the $150. We have got 20, 40, 60, 80. That means this last week, we only spent $70 on food. And remember, I told you guys about our Savopolis. We actually spent less than $70 on food. This $80 is going to be going to Transfer Tuesday. We're going to go ahead and make this a note right here. Transfer Tuesday, $80. And let's take a look. Let's make sure we highlight what we need to. Let's grab a highlighter here. And I like to highlight everything that we spent. So let's take a look. Ridley's for $16 right there. So let's go ahead and check that off. So Ridley's had $16. Then I told you guys we went out to eat on the 16th. So we had $50 there. And I had decided to take the Savopoly money out after I wrote these down. So we're going to go ahead and cross out that $4 there as well. And so because of our Transfer Tuesday, we're just going to go ahead and put that we spent the full $150, and that is going to leave us with $300. That's going to be for the next 2 weeks. I hope that makes sense to everybody. I made a note, Transfer Tuesday right here, $80. So we spent the full $150 because we're transferring that. And I did not use any stockpile money. So we said we had $100. We still have $100 in here. So that is good to go. I already pulled out our $150 for next week's groceries, or I should say this current week's. We're going to go ahead and grab a new card as well, and I'll do that off camera. So we've got our grocery money and our food on the go ready to go back into my wallet. And that is checked in. So we didn't spend anything on food on the go or stockpile food. So we have $100 left. Then for my car, I did tell you guys, of course, I had to get some gas. So we know there's an expenditure there. Let's make sure that there's nothing else. Nope, we just have the one right here in this orange color. And so that is $58. Let's go ahead and put that we spent $58. Oops, that's my starting balance. My starting balance for car was $150. We spent $58. So let's take a look and see how much we have left. Our card shows that we should have $92 left after spending $58. So let's double check and make sure. We've got 50, 70, 90, 1, and 2. So $92. Not doing too bad. As everybody knows, gas has gotten so expensive. It's just one of those things that we have to deal with. And if I have to up my budget, I'm just going to have to up my budget. So next is my allowance or my spending money. So let me grab it. And I also have my pay it forward right here because I track those at the same time. So this week, all I spent of my allowance, and of course, this is probably because I wasn't feeling well and have been home all week, was at the thrift store. And the only reason why I went to the thrift store, like I said, is because I had to go to the bank. So if I wouldn't have went to the bank, I would have made it a whole week without spending anything out of my allowance. And so that was $10. And I forgot to highlight the last one. So we're going to highlight that, set that off to the side. If you look right here, I started out with $89. I spent $10. So that should leave us $79. Let's make sure that I've got $79 left in my spending money. 20, 40, 60, 70, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Easy peasy there. And then the next thing that we need to check on is our pay it forward. We had $90. Let's make sure we still have $90 in here. 50, 70, 80, 85, and 90. And I'm going to be getting some orders made to go ahead and support some of our Etsy shops and our YouTubers and everything. If I can open this envelope, I will be doing amazing. $90 there. So no spending there. And 0, 90. Then we've got home and miscellaneous and fun. So let's go ahead and count home first and see what we've got. Now we do have some movement in home because we had our Savopoly. we also have some other movement in home because my husband got paid. So we're going to make a notation right here that home was plus 50. And I am just going to put B next to it. I'll know exactly what that means. So we added $50 into it. So I notated that. And then we took $4 out for Savopoly. So we should have $111. So home, we spent, oh my gosh, I keep doing this wrong, everybody. Beginning balance of home was $65. We spent $4, but we put in 50, so we actually added $46. I know that's a little bit confusing, but that's just how we have to do it. So $111, let's double check and make sure. 50, 110, and 11. And remember, whatever's left in this category at the end of the month goes to our home sinking fund. Then we've got miscellaneous and fun. And we spent $25 on Savopoly out of fun and miscellaneous. And this one is going to be quite interesting because we added 25 and we took 25 out. So we started with 50 and we're going to go ahead and do plus 25 minus 25 just so we show that we did have expenditures, but we still have $50 in there. So let's make sure we've got 50, 20, 40, 45, and 50. This is going to take some getting used to with my husband getting paid mid-month. This is the first month that he got paid mid-month. That's why fun and miscellaneous actually ended up with 75 instead of just 50. So it's just one of those growing pains that we're going to have to figure out how to deal with. And then my last divider, just so you guys know, is my bank divider. This is all money that needs to go back into the bank from money that I have spent over the past couple of weeks. Then I've got my $1 savings challenge and my $5 savings challenge envelopes. These are from Katie Budgets. And I just have been throwing a little bit in there when I can. These are not a set challenge, just so you guys know. Next year, I'm probably going to make them into a set challenge. So that is all of our spending. Let's double check and make sure we got everything checked off. We sure did. We did not have any unbudgeted and we had a super low spend week. So that is our weekly check-in for the third week in October, but only our second check-in because we did not check in on the 3rd because it was only a few days. To close out, I want to thank you guys all for joining us today. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow for our Transfer Tuesday to see where that $80 goes to and if it goes to our debt snowball or is it going to go somewhere else. You guys just never know with the Snow Gardener 307 family. All right, everybody, till I see you next time, make sure you keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.
Don't talk about it like you're crazy.